Okay, I wanted to kind of give you some tips when you're looking for the question, when you're looking at the question on how to find the theme. And what I wanted to remind you of is how the story elements help a fiction story lead the theme. Okay. If you remember the puzzle pieces that we talked about before, we have character, setting, problem, and resolution. And all of these have to be present in a fiction story to help develop that theme. Okay. Now, one thing I want you to notice, these are jots that I wrote down about your story as I was reading, paying very close attention to the elements. So pay attention to the elements. One thing I wrote down is your main character, Joe. I wrote down that he has to write a letter for an assignment. He's complaining. He doesn't want a bad grade. And then it talks about him writing a letter. And if you look at the text, like I highlighted a part of this text. If you look at line 19, and it says, oh, come on, it's bad enough I have to do this lame assignment. Now I have to write extra. So one thing that I notice as a reader is that he's complaining and he has kind of a bad attitude about it. And he doesn't seem to want to do exactly what the teacher tells him to do. Okay. And then you have the letter right here that the author starts to write. Okay. Then, wrong part. Let's see. Okay, here is where this is the beginning where please send some good author answers or Miss Bunn will give me a C. So that's the part where he's complaining and really more concerned about, just getting something done to get a good grade. And then here's the part where he's complaining some more. And then I go down here and it says, this is where the author is basically, he told the author that he did not really read any of his books, but the sister did. And he talks about what she's always saying about his books. And then he informs him that none of that stuff is in his books. And so he really doesn't get any help, and he ends up having to do more work. And that's what I wrote here, is that it seems that after the author writes him, he has more work to do. So instead of just doing it the right way the first time, he's trying to find all these shortcuts. So those are other things that I want to jot down. And in the end, you ask yourself, did he have a positive effect or a negative effect? And in this case, it was negative because he still didn't get the work done. And so when I'm looking down here for possible themes, as a reader, I have to think to myself, it has to have something to do with the work, something to do with doing it right the first time or something like that. So that should hopefully get you started. And then what we will do is we will have a video chat so that we can brainstorm some of these things that you came up with. But these are things I want you to do. I want you to be jotting down ideas like this that's going to help lead to that theme. Okay. And then when we video chat, I want you to have some ideas to brainstorm with me. Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.